Development of the Leopard 1 began in the 1950s, as West Germany sought to rebuild its military within the constraints of NATO standards and European geopolitics. The design team focused on lessons learned from World War II and early Cold War armored engagements. Unlike the Soviet approach, which emphasized heavy armor to withstand enemy fire, West German planners believed that no practical armor could resist contemporary anti-tank weapons, and that survival on the modern battlefield would rely more on speed, agility, and superior firepower. The Leopard 1 was officially introduced in 1965, marking the return of West Germany to the ranks of tank-producing nations. Its design reflected a balance between modern engineering, operational practicality, and the demands of NATO doctrine. The Leopard 1 weighed approximately 42 tons, making it significantly lighter than contemporary Soviet main battle tanks like the T-62. This weight advantage allowed for higher mobility, improved fuel efficiency, and greater operational flexibility, particularly on the narrow roads and varied terrain of Western Europe. At the heart of the Leopard 1 was its 105mm Royal Ordnance L7 rifled gun, a weapon of proven effectiveness. The L7 gun was already in service with the British and demonstrated exceptional accuracy and armor penetration capability. It could defeat most Soviet tanks of the 1960s at combat ranges of up to 2,000 meters, giving the Leopard 1 a decisive edge in open battlefields. The main gun was complemented by a coaxial 7.62mm machine gun and a roof-mounted 7.62mm machine gun for anti-aircraft and anti-personnel roles, providing a balanced suite of armaments for various battlefield threats. The tank's armor, while relatively light, was intelligently designed. The Leopard 1 used hardened steel plates with sloped frontal armor and sloped turret faces to maximize effective protection. Its frontal hull armor was sufficient to withstand small-caliber rounds and shrapnel, though it could not resist heavy anti-tank weapons at close range. However, this trade-off was intentional. Designers prioritized mobility, agility, and tactical positioning, believing that the ability to maneuver rapidly, strike from advantageous angles, and avoid incoming fire was more important than carrying heavy armor. Mobility was the Leopard 1's defining characteristic. Powered by the MB-838 V10, a 37.4-liter, water-cooled diesel engine originally designed by Porsche, producing 830 horsepower, the tank could reach speeds of up to 65 km/h on roads and maintain high speeds over rough terrain. Its torsion bar suspension and wide tracks ensured excellent cross-country performance, while its low weight reduced ground pressure, enabling operations in soft soils and mud where heavier tanks might become bogged down. Mobility was not just a tactical advantage but a strategic one, allowing Leopard 1 units to reposition rapidly, exploit breakthroughs, and conduct rapid counterattacks. The Leopard 1's design also included a nuclear, biological, and chemical (NBC) protection system, reflecting NATO's anticipation of a modern battlefield that could involve WMD threats. Crew survivability and operational endurance were central considerations, ensuring that the tank could function effectively even under extreme conditions. Its ergonomics were advanced for the time, with improved crew stations, optical systems, and fire control compared to earlier post-World War II tanks, providing both efficiency and comfort during prolonged operations. Production of the Leopard 1 began in German factories, then with licensed production in Italy and other NATO countries. Between 1965 and the 1980s, over 4,700 Leopard 1 tanks were produced, making it one of the most successful Western tanks of the Cold War era. It was exported to numerous NATO allies, including Canada, Australia, Belgium, and the Netherlands, as well as non-NATO countries like Chile and Turkey. Its reliability, speed, and firepower made it a popular choice, and it quickly became a backbone of armored forces across Europe and beyond. The Leopard 1 first saw combat during the Lebanese Civil War, where it was deployed in small numbers by peacekeeping forces. Though its engagements were limited, it demonstrated excellent reliability, rapid maneuvering, and effective firepower, validating the design philosophy of mobility over heavy armor. Later, Leopard 1s would see action in UN peacekeeping missions in the Middle East and Africa, further cementing their reputation for reliability and operational effectiveness. One of the defining aspects of the Leopard 1 was its influence on subsequent tank design. Unlike Soviet tanks, which evolved toward heavier armor and integrated autoloaders, the Leopard 1's emphasis on mobility, speed, and tactical flexibility provided a counterpoint. It proved that in modern warfare, positioning, reconnaissance, and rapid engagement could often outweigh sheer survivability. The tank's design principles influenced the development of later German and European tanks, including the Leopard 2, which incorporated heavier armor and advanced electronics while retaining the Leopard 1's mobility and firepower philosophy. Technologically, the Leopard 1 featured innovations that were advanced for its time. Its stabilized main gun allowed for accurate fire while on the move, a capability that was not universal among tanks of the 1960s. Optical and sighting systems were modern, enabling precise target acquisition and engagement at long ranges. The tank's diesel engine provided both range and fuel efficiency, reducing logistical strain in extended operations, a crucial factor for NATO planners anticipating large-scale maneuvers across Western Europe. The Leopard 1's combat doctrine emphasized combined arms operations, integration with mechanized infantry, artillery, and air support. NATO planners understood that the Leopard 1's lighter armor meant it could not simply slug it out with heavier Soviet tanks in a frontal engagement. Instead, it relied on speed, reconnaissance, and superior crew training to gain the upper hand, striking from unexpected angles and exploiting weaknesses in enemy formations. This approach reflected a fundamental difference between Western and Eastern tank philosophy. Western designs prioritized maneuver and precision, while Soviet designs favored armor, mass, and simplicity. Throughout its service life, the Leopard 1 underwent multiple upgrades to enhance firepower, electronics, and protection. Variants included the Leopard A1, A3, and A5, each incorporating improvements such as enhanced optics, laser rangefinders, and additional armor. These upgrades allowed the tank to remain relevant well into the 1990s, even as newer designs like the Leopard 2 entered service. Many nations continued to operate upgraded Leopard 1s for decades, a testament to the soundness of the original design. Strategically, the Leopard 1 had a profound impact on NATO forces. Its deployment provided a reliable, modern tank for countries rebuilding their armored forces after World War II. Its mobility and firepower allowed NATO to counter the mass Soviet armored formations with agility and precision, providing a credible deterrent in Central Europe. The tank's success also fostered collaboration among NATO nations, as shared production, training, and maintenance programs strengthened alliance cohesion. Psychologically, the Leopard 1 represented the resurgence of West Germany as a responsible and capable contributor to NATO's collective defense. Its appearance on European battlefields, in exercises, and in parades symbolized both national pride and the broader commitment to deterrence during a tense period of the Cold War. For tank crews, it offered a reliable, powerful platform that combined speed, firepower, and operational efficiency in a way that few contemporary designs could match. Even decades after its introduction, the Leopard 1 remains a significant figure in armored warfare history. Retired tanks are preserved in museums, training grounds, and private collections worldwide. They stand as a testament to a design philosophy that prioritized mobility, accuracy, and battlefield effectiveness, demonstrating that tank warfare is as much about strategy and maneuver as it is about armor and firepower. The Leopard 1's legacy is further cemented by its influence on future armored vehicles. The Leopard 2, developed in the 1970s and entering service in the late 1970s, built upon the principles established by the Leopard 1 while integrating heavier armor, advanced fire control, and modern electronics. In this way, the Leopard 1 was not merely a tank, it was a blueprint for a generation of European main battle tanks, setting standards in mobility, crew ergonomics, and tactical flexibility. In the end, the Leopard 1 was more than just West Germany's first post-war main battle tank. It was a symbol of ingenuity, strategic foresight, and operational effectiveness. It demonstrated that a tank did not need to be the heaviest on the battlefield to dominate. With speed, firepower, and skilled crews, a well-designed tank could achieve remarkable results. Its story reflects the evolution of armored warfare during the Cold War, bridging the gap between World War II experiences and modern mechanized combat. From its introduction in 1965 to its continued service in various nations, the Leopard 1 has left an indelible mark on the history of tanks. Its combination of mobility, firepower, and operational versatility made it a benchmark for Western armored forces, while its influence on subsequent designs ensured that the principles it embodied would shape tank warfare for decades to come. The Leopard 1, fast, agile, and powerful, remains a Cold War icon and a testament to the art and science of armored engineering.